Good. In closing, Barbara, can you tell us about your track record? Why does it stand out from other analysts out there?
Well, I've been doing this for over 20 years, and I've never had a losing year. And in some years, it's been, really spectacular, 200%, that kind of thing. And I think the reason is that there's a risk management thing built into these signals. I'm not just an indicator junkie anymore. I have taught myself over many years how to trade. And as I say, indicators are easy. Trading is very difficult. Trading is like any other business. You have to learn some of the rules. The first one of which is your gain-loss percentages. So if you win 51% of the time and lose 49% of the time, you could still not be ahead of the game if your stops are bigger than your profit targets, right?
Right.
If you consistently have stops that are bigger than your targets, you could even have a 60 or 70% percentage win ratio and be losing money. So the first number you've got to look at is do you have more winning trades than losing trades? Very simple. And in my case, sometimes it's only squeaking by, but on the whole, it's about 60% winners and 40% losers overall over 20 years. And by the way, I keep meaning to put this stuff up on my website, and it's so laborious to do that I haven't done it, so I apologize for that, but I do have all the information formulated that way. The second thing is you have to look at the actual dollar gain-loss ratio. Now, everybody says they want to make $3 to $5 in gains for every $1 that they lose. So a gain-loss ratio of 3 or 5 to 1. Nobody makes that. People claim that they do. You see emails and advertisements that, oh, we have a wonderful gain-to-loss ratio of 3.5 to 1. That's just nonsense. I don't know anybody who actually makes that kind of number, or at least not consistently over long periods of time. I happen to be doing it this month, but I would never claim to be able to do it all the time. You've got to have a hell of a good market to make that work. In fact, in my case, it's more like 1.5. In other words, $1.50 in gain for every $1 loss. Kind of an interesting number, right? It's a little higher than that usually, but in any case, that's a representative number. Well, okay, you're still ahead of the game, right? You're still making more than you are losing. So you always have to know those two numbers. And to make them come out favorably like that, you have to have proper stops and proper targets. Your stop has to be, and target both, have to be a function of the average true range, daily range. As I say, in practice, it's really more like 6 to 12 hours, but I use the daily chart to create it. And that's the only realistic way. Otherwise, you're wishful thinking, oh, I'm going to make 400 points on this trade. Well, if the currency doesn't move 400 points a day, you're not going to make 400 points today. So don't wish for it in the first place. Wish for something that can actually be achieved. In other words, have what's called positive expectancy. So I have a positive expectancy that the price will move some portion in my favor, some portion of the average true range every day. Now, needless to say, it doesn't do it every day. So that's how losses happen. But I don't have unrealistic expectations. And by grinding away and getting a piece of the average true range every day, then I end up with long-term profitability.
It's a beautiful combination of being and remaining informed about the fundamentals, having proper risk management, and being disciplined about the indicators, looking at them objectively, and just keep on doing it day by day. And that's what people get by reading your reports. I love your reports. Obviously, I've been a fan forever, but I hope that everybody who is listening will either this live or recorded will get a chance to join us in enjoying Barbara's reports for many years to come. So for those of you who are ready to get started, again, let me show you the screen to go to is veratrade.com, and then you enter capital RTS. And then that takes you directly to where you need to be to book your order and start receiving the Rockefeller reports as early as tomorrow. So again, we want to thank you for all of you who have been here in attendance. Thank you, Barbara, for your kindness and your time. Again, learned a lot.